What is going on, Nerd Raiders? Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for coming to hang here with me today as we play some ARK Survival Evolved for a brand new beginning with the game. So we are here in the beta for Project Old School. I know you guys out there that have been following the Nerd channel have been very excited for Project Old School, and we finally have a stable beta release, which is super exciting, and I'm going to be playing through it here now. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, tag the thumbs up button. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos coming your way. You get notified whenever Nerd Parade posts, so make sure you do that. So we're running around here on Das Beach, and we're going to be going over some of the cool things that have been changed in Project Old School and the things that you can influence in Project Old School. Now, one of the big changes that we were working on with Project Old School that you may remember from the very beginning, if you saw any of the videos while we were working on it, was the new Ingram system. Now, we still have plans for the new Ingram system, but as of right now, all Ingrams are currently, if I can find my thing, all Ingrams are currently available. And these Ingrams are unlocked based on level, as you would see in vanilla ARK. What you guys can influence right here in the comments below is what you think should unlock these specific Ingrams, and that's what I'm going to be doing here in our beta playthrough, is we're going to be getting killed by a Spino when I'm not paying any attention. We're going to be going through and seeing what makes the most sense for our Ingram system unlocked. Now, we did have the Ingram system more or less very close to completion. I would say like 90% completion, and then Genesis 2 hit. And if you've been following, I guess, kind of the mod community or mods within ARK Survival Evolved, when Genesis 2 hit, the ARK dev kit freaking imploded. And we kind of lost all of that progress on the Ingram chain system. But we're bringing it back in because we thought it was super, super cool, and we think it adds so much to Project Old School. And now with our beta playthrough, we can really make it kind of roleplay-esque to what unlocks what. So if you've seen the previous video, you may remember that we unlocked the fur armor Ingrams from killing a mammoth for the first time. It's like, oh, I'm gonna kill this woolly mammoth, and apparently this Dilo is biting me. We're gonna kill this woolly mammoth, and it gives my survivor an idea of like, oh, I can use that pelt to keep myself warm in the cold. So things like that are really going to influence the Ingram unlock system again. And now is your time to put your input in and say, oh, I always thought it would be cool if the Dilo taught you how to make poison arrows or something along those lines. Because their spit, their venom, their bile is poisonous and it gets in your eyes and it's just terrible. It's just plain terrible. So here we are now. We got our first level. I am at some point going to make myself a hair regrow potion in real life. But we got level 1, level 2, we can get the hatchet as soon as I apply my point, which we're probably going to dump it into Fartitude. And then we'll get, okay, sweet, it auto unlocks for us. We got stone hatchet, spear, and the campfire. Let's get to work on a campfire. We're starting from the bottom and work on our way to the top. And we want to punch a couple of trees. And in Project Old School, things are going to be a bit different than your vanilla-esque ARK, obviously, because we're sort of like rebooting the way that you kind of play the game. There's not going to be an insane jump. And this is all something that kind of like frustrated me later on, kind of like passively. There's never going to be like an insane jump from you spawn in and then you immediately go to stone. Like, you're going to have to kind of work your way up. From thatch to wood, and we're going to get a decent amount of thatch now. Speaking of, I actually am going to make my thatchet. Forgot that Spino killed me earlier and I didn't have any stone. All right, we got that. Get this. We'll get our thatchet. All right, well, I need to actually get the flint first. I'm so excited. I'm messing steps up here. Whack this dude. Get some flint. Okay, we got another level. That's sweet. We'll make a torch, too, to beat off some of the enemies. That sounds weird out of context. And light our path when it gets dark. And we also have a taxidermy tool, which you might notice is really interesting. We're going to make one of those for a completely unrelated reason, which we'll reveal very soon. And a campfire. Did I make it? And a campfire. There we go. Let's pop our point into stamina. because I like to do that. And Nick is level 3. We're progressing. This is great. Let's get our hatchet on our hottie bees. And we'll put our torch on 0. Actually, we're going to put our torch on 8 and our taxidermy tool on 9. And 0 can be available for berries and stuff. All right, I'm going to smack this tree a little bit. I've identified you as the tree that I wish to smack. Okay, get a little bit more wood. Perfect. And now we are going to plop ourselves a campfire down right here. All right, we got a campfire. We are going to woodify the campfire, light that thing, and now we're going to go work on getting some meats. And we're going to kill some of these beach creatures and do some cool stuff with that. But before we do that, we're going to get a drink. Ah, got a drink. Let's do health this time. I should have just done melee. Okay, sweet. Now we can make, we're level 4. We can make the chest, the foundations and stuff. I should make a bed, but before I do any of that, we're going to make a spear with fiber. Fiber. Give. Fiber. Sweet, thank you. And we'll make ourselves some standard issued covering devices. Like cloth armor. All right, now we can cover ourselves and stop hanging out with our wang out. Get our spear down here. I should probably make multiple of those because it's likely going to break. But I'm so excited. I'm squirreling all over the place. Let's go to our campfire tree and chop it down because it's in our way. Well, now we're going to chop down campfire tree. Let's get some thatch from it too. More wood. And we're going to put down a couple of foundations. Now, one of the things that I was talking about earlier with Project Old School is that you're going to have to learn Ingrams from interacting in the environment. You may have seen that from previous videos, like I mentioned, but assuming this is your first Project Old School video ever, welcome, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. So your character, you are your character in Project Old School. You were your character when you play ARK, but it's a little bit more role-play intensive in Project Old School. I needed fiber. And you may not just immediately spawn onto the ARK with your very itchy implant and you're like, hey, I know how to perform great feats of construction. I know exactly how to build a wooden house out of nothing. Like, you may not necessarily know that. I mean, some of you may, but in the instance, you're a blank slate, your character is a blank slate, you don't necessarily know how to create a house from sticks and thatch. Well, will have some basic type of blueprints, you'll have some basic type of knowledge, but you won't necessarily have the know-how on how to construct this stuff, and you have to interact with your environment in order to learn it. And certain things are going to like kind of trigger those ideas, aka unlock the Ingram for you, and then you'll be able to create that as you would normally in your crafting menu. But it's going to be more role-play driven, more role-play focused in the sense of like, this gets you from A to B. There's going to be like a progressive system of steps in evolution. You won't just jump right in and be like, okay, we're going to make a stone base. Your character may not know how to make it. They might not be a master mason right off the bat. So it's going to like have progression play a major part in your gameplay in Project Old School. And this is something that I was kind of like really wanted from ARK. You eventually learn the meta of the game and you just kind of like rush to it. And then the game itself kind of like falls by the wayside. And what I mean by that is you essentially become so powerful that the environment basically means nothing to you anymore. Whereas the environment is the coolest thing in ARK Survival Evolved. The dinosaurs are the coolest frickin' thing in ARK Survival Evolved. You should never like outclass the coolest thing, which is what happens with tech. I'm getting into what kind of inspired us to do Project Old School a little bit, but these are the reasons. And if you resonate with that, if you're kind of like, I feel like tech ruined the game, so do I. Tech's fun to play with for a hot minute. Don't get me wrong. It's like, oh, cool, we're blasting around. But it makes the game get boring faster, in my opinion. The thing that keeps the game cool and fun and exciting are the dinosaurs, the creatures. I absolutely love the dinosaurs and the creatures in ARK. And it's what always, like, drove me to it in the beginning. So you know what? In Project Old School, the thing that's going to be the champion are the creatures, the freaking dinos, man. Those are going to be the champions of our gameplay experience here. We're highlighting the coolest thing in ARK, the dinos. So as we're finishing up our little shack here, you may notice a couple of things as I'm going along here. Now we have structures and items that are replaced, and their crafting costs are different than you may be used to. That's on purpose. So for example, this mortar pestle here, it only costs stone. There's no hide requirement on this. You can get to it easier without having to slaughter a creature with your bare hands or some tool that you shambled together. Maybe your guy is like more of a berry gatherer, and you don't need to go out and kill a creature in order to like berry goop. You don't need to do, you shouldn't need to do that, right? Some of these things don't make logical sense. So every change that we're doing in Project Old School is all about making logical sense and allowing a character to fulfill their kind of role or goal. And it's very inspired by roleplay games, even things such as tabletop and like Dungeons and Dragons. But role-playing games are something that I grew up with and I absolutely love. I come from the era of Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy 2 and 3, 4 and 6 technically, if you want to use the official numbering. Secret of Mana, Illusion of Gaia, things like that, like Super Nintendo area RPGs, and things with the RPG progression system have always really resonated with me. And to be able to just like circumvent that and skip it, even though you're in a survival game, I feel like it takes away from the game a little bit. And I want there to be a really fun survival experience, which is, again, why we did Project Old School. Now, some of you might be asking, like, is there going to be PvP in Project Old School? Yes, I mean, it wouldn't be ARK without any type of PvP. You kind of have to have it. But PvP in Project Old School is going to be kind of, like, really rewarded as an end-game type of experience thing. So it's not going to be impossible to do. It's just not going to be very rewarding if you go around and like gank noobs. But at the end, as an in-game experience where people run around battling each other, there are going to be like kind of rewards involved in that. We're not anywhere near that in the beta right now, so I'm not going to get too terribly much into it. But it's things to look forward in the future. Now that I've made myself a little crap shack, I'm going to make myself a sleeping bag, and that we do need hide for. So we have to go and kill a creature. Should probably just make a bed. Getting ahead of myself. Let's make a straight up bed. It needs the same thing. It needs hide, just a little bit more. We're gonna pull out our spear. Make a couple more of those. We're gonna go down to the beach now that we just survived. We weathered this storm. Even though I built my house in the storm to get out of the storm, it was over by the time I built it. It was a thing. And we're gonna go down here to this little nest of dodos and show off one of the really cool features that we've implemented here into Project Old School now too. So some of you may remember the Hunted mod. And the Hunted mod got abandoned, but their code went open source. We absorbed that code into Project Old School. So we have things like these dodos who are just guarding their nest. Then the male dodos are coming to defend the mothers sitting on their babies. So we're going to kill the males. And the mothers who jumped off their nest to protect their babies. There's babies there. We're going to probably slaughter the baby dodos too, because we're just monsters like that. Okay, they're going to run in horrible fear. We're going to come up to this, and we're going to pick up this tiny fertilized dodo egg, because the mother was sitting on top of it. Hey, now we can hatch our own dodo. And we're also going to just grab everything we can out of this. Couldn't get the nest. We can collect fiber from the nest. We can collect feathers from the nest. Thank you, dodos. I think we could also collect feathers from the dodos, but I'm not really sure. Let's play with our taxidermy tool, though. Okay, we got a Dododermis of level 45. This Dododermis, and the reason why we have a taxidermy tool, is you'll be able to skin the creature and then study it in order to unlock an engram of sorts. So this, in the future, It's not right now in beta, but this in the future will be a consumable item for all creatures. And say, for example, that parasaur over there. We go over there, we skin the parasaur with a taxidermy tool after we kill it. We're studying the creature. We're in science class. We're dissecting it. And you will learn how to create a saddle based on that dermis. So you skin it, it gives you the dermis, you consume that, not really like that, but you use the dermis as a consumable item, and it unlocks the saddle Ingram for you. So we would unlock Parasaur saddle that way. For example, just because I was looking at a Parasaur. It would work the same with a Rex. You can't walk up to a Rex, a creature that you have likely never seen before, a prehistoric, extinct creature you've never seen before in your entire life. You can't walk up to it, see it on the Ark, and be like, oh, I bet I could make a saddle and ride that thing without ever like encountering or killing one before. No, you have to kill a creature, you have to skin it and study it, and then you can make the saddle for it. That's how you unlock the saddle, not reaching level 65 because you sat there and crafted narcotics for 15 solid minutes. That's how you should unlock the stuff, and that's where I'm really passionate about like the RPG-driven focus of Project Old School, instead of just like the hit explore boxes, grind, level up, and then go out and just like, you just bypass the entire game. No, we're making the game fun. We're making the game cool with Project Old School. I didn't mean to rhyme, it just happens. Okay, we're gonna get another tiny fertilized dodo egg, and I gotta stop crouching for that so I can actually hit the nest. There we go. We're gonna collect our feathers, used to make arrows, and we're gonna get the plant fiber. Okay, and we'll break these now. Now that they're empty, we've taken everything from it. Yeah. And we'll get my H for H, because I was punching dodos and I forgot the entire reason that I came out here. I want a bed. And meat, too. I don't think I'm going to get much. Oh, I get sinew fiber. Okay, I think sinew fiber is still hide. We have different types of resources that do different types of things, but also do same things. Okay, I'm encumbered too. Let's see, what can I toss? Sinew fiber, it should be... Oh, it spoils. Maybe used in place of plant fiber. Crap. Okay, so this is not exactly what I want, but we got 700 of it. And I am going to toss half of this wood, because I am a fat boy. Get out me. Now let's go cook our meat, since I'm starving to death, and we're going to try to kill... Let's go for a Dilo. I bet a Dilo should give us some type of, like, scaly hide. So, if you're wondering, like, okay, why are you going after dodos for hide? Because creatures now drop things that you aren't necessarily used to in original vanilla Ark. Put more wood in here. Why not? I'm just going to put it all in there. Screw it. And put our meat in there. And I made the mortar pestle, and I forgot to place it down. So let's go back into our little hovel. Place you. All right, we can make flour from wheat. And there's our dyes out of the mortar pestle, but I don't think we've unlocked anything else. We did unlock narcotic. I'll put my narco berries in here and we'll spoil a meat. This is also, even though it's the beta, this is also kind of a learning experience for me too, because a lot of these mods and things on the server that are a part of the progression is something like a learning experience for me too. I have been influencing a lot of the mod development because it's kind of like my baby brainchild, but I'm not the one actually developing the mod. I'm just kind of like helping along the way, because I want to be able to experience and have the playthrough myself. And so this is a little bit of a learning process. It's a beta. This is a lot of things. It's an interactive beta. It's like a learning process for me. It's a beta. It's a way for you guys to influence. And currently, Project Old School, the beta right now, what we're running is open to Nerd Parade Patreon. So if you want to come play on this, you're able to. If you're a Nerd Parade Patreon, check out patreon.com/nerdparade if you're interested. But once we were done with the beta and everything is fully ready to go, and Project Old School is like completed in a good state, it's going to be open and available to anybody that wants to play. Just be in the Nerd Parade Discord, discord.gg/nerdparade. and we'll let you know when the beta is over and the full release is out. And it's open to anybody and everybody. Now I'm going to get questions. Is this available on console? Can console players play this? Unfortunately, no, because mods and plugins and stuff like that. Console players will not be able to play it. It's a PC only type of experience. I'm sorry. I wish it was different, but it's not. It's sad. I'm whacking trees because I'm talking. But once we run through the beta, once we get everything, all the bugs like kind of filtered out, and we get some really cool like suggestions and ways to unlock the Ingrams and things of that nature. Any type of suggestion is valid. Just be sure to drop it here in the comments. Any type of suggestion is valid, because this is a community built game type for sure. And a lot of people in the Nerdpride community have really been contributing to it. And we want this to be like the perfect experience for so many people, a perfect ARK experience for so many people. And sure, it was kind of brought to life by the brainchild of me and Crazy Yoda and a couple other people in the Nerdpride community. But so many people resonated with it when we first started talking about it that we really just wanted to be as community built and as fun for everybody as possible. It's like a big goal. Where's that D-Lo that was chasing me? I should be able to stab him in the face for hide. I want to make a bed so I can rest. I need to rest easy. Be able to respawn when I inevitably die. Let's put our point in, since I didn't mean to whistle. Just hit the wrong key. Let's put our point in. Let's go into melee. Yes. Stab damage. We need more of that, especially in the beginning. Now, speaking of stats and the like, reset. Oh, hey, what's up? I was looking for you. Yes. Oh, sweet. And the Parasaurs are... okay. That's another thing. Now, you would have had to have been watching previous Nerdpride videos to know what that was. Know what's going on there. So, as I've killed my first dude... let's see. Let's examine the course. And... I said course. Not corpse. I can feed it bait. Sweet. Oh, I don't want to die, though. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it with stabs. Kill it with stabs. Okay, we got him. I don't know what I'm hitting. Oh, it's the baby. Oh, he's mad at me now. Okay, you're dead. All right, we got a baby parasaur. We can lower our weapon to interact with it, but we're not going to. While we're going to comfort it. Yeah. Oh, I might be able to tame you. Oh, you're super close to being tamed. That's a good baby. That's a good duck-billed platypus. So taming... I'm almost dead. Taming is not going to be how you're used to in ARK either. We have wild babies. This guy was just getting pestered by the D-Lo. And here we come, trying to kill the D-Lo for hide. We're going to skin him. We try to kill the D-Lo for hide. And we see that he's messing with these baby parasaurs. And now the baby parasaur is like, oh my god, thank you, my hero. You've just protected me from this horrible turd. I don't have any bait, but I'm just going to try to like pet him until he's my friend. And all the while skin the D-Los that we came out here for. And so we got our H for H. Okay, we're getting a little spoiled meat. Maybe no hide from D-Los. We're getting a lot of meat from him. I skinned him already, so I need a metal hatchet to harvest it. Oh, no, that's sinew fiber. That's going to be like plant fibers. Sinew fibers again. Okay. All the creatures have like different things. So these little scrawny creatures, which I'm hoping to get hide from, I'm getting a little bit when I skin them. So this scaled hide can also be used as hide, but it's not enough for me. One scaled hide, that's not enough. So I'm trying to like harvest them. My hatchet broke. Trying to harvest them, and I'm getting these like sinews, which will spoil into just straight up like fibers. Maybe used in place of... So this, I can split the stack. Let's split all. So these plant fibers will spoil into fibers. Let's go into melee too. I am not getting H with my H. Not getting hide with my hatch. All right, we got to go maybe for bigger game. Oh, we got the baby parasaur. We're going to call you Duckbill. I'll call you Duckface. Duckface. All right, Duckface, you're growing up. And you are going to probably not live very long. And I need hide. Can I get hide from you? I feel bad about it. National Geographic. This is nature. Survival of the fittest. Sorry, baby. You trusted me. And I murdered you. I can't harvest him. I mean, I can harvest this, but I don't know if I'm gonna get hide from him. Got prime, because he's baby. Does baby give hide? I'm doing all these things for science, I'm sorry. I know we just made friends. More raw meat. Prime. Prime. Please. I need to be able to sleep. Sinew fibers. And I'm encumbered. Let's drop... Get out of here. Get out of my inventory, foundies. Oh, it's starting to get dork, too. Bring out the torch. Oh, yeah, I'm fat. Let's see. Ooh, a lot of meat. Toss that out. We don't need so much. Okay, that can be used in place of hide, which kind of what I was talking about. There's replacements. So it's ARK. It is ARK, but it's a different experience. For me, it's a whole new experience. It's new ARK. Like I mentioned, it's a new beginning. So I feel like I'm playing something I'm used to, but almost like it's familiar but new at the same time. It's a difficult feeling. It's a difficult thing for me to describe. But I hope you guys are resonating with it. I hope you guys are feeling the same way. There's so much new, and I'm figuring out so many things. Oh, there's somebody else is here. Somebody else is here. Human. I will burn your foundation to the ground, human. But there's so much new in something that's so familiar, and I'm gonna have a blast in this beta, kind of just like figuring my way out through things. And I had never had the opportunity to play with the hunted mod. Just never got around to it. Not that I wasn't interested, just never got around to it. I'd never had the opportunity to play with like a lot of these RP redesigned things. Not that I wasn't interested, just never got around to it. Now with Project Old School, it's kind of like bringing it all under one umbrella, and there's opportunity to do it all. And we've created... The Nerd Parade community has created a whole new experience with all of it. And again, if you guys don't know who our... I mentioned this before, but if you guys don't know who our lead like mod developer is... Ooh, coconut. It's Crazy Yoda, who's in the Nerd Parade community. If you're liking what he's doing here with Project Old School and the ooh, a monkey. He threw shit at me. And the experience he's creating for us here. Ooh, lots of monkeys. Burn monkeys. Burn monkeys. And being able to filter through my insane, crazy ideas and be like, hey, we should be able to do this. And then taking it and running with it and creating this type of experience. Give him some love when next time you see him or next time you talk to him. I didn't burn any monkeys. I gotta see, will monkeys give me hide? Oh, you know what? Monkeys could unlock something. I wonder what monkeys could unlock. Or you know what? We should make the monkeys like do something. We could tame the monkeys and we can make them like be our berry farmers or something. They would farm berries for us. That would be super cool. Like once you tame the monkey, you build your crop plots, you could have them like pick the berries for you and then store it like an automated system. Oh yeah, there's gonna be that stuff. There's gonna be like automated systems. Oh, we got him. Okay, let's taxi him, I guess. Oh no, it's so dark. Okay, we got the dermis. Let's bring that back out. Let's see if we can skin him. Okay, we could skin him. I don't think I got anything. Curse of playing other games. I hit tab to open my inventory. Can I consume the dermis? No, we can't consume the dermis because that's not in for the monkey yet. Let's try H for H. We gotta get some kind of hide. Oh no, that's gone instantly. All right. Let's pull our torch back out. So, since we have torch out, oh, I just dropped it. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, that's a thing too. I'm getting ahead of myself. Since we have torch out, things function a bit differently now. It's dark outside. Our torch is providing light. Well, some creatures are afraid of fire. Great, we're scaring some off. Some are not. Some are attracted to fire. So we could be kind of like putting ourselves in a rough situation. We could also illuminate the area, which I kind of did accidentally, by throwing this down, which I think is super cool, and picking it back up. You throw it down with like right click and let the torch go. Oh god, I was gonna say, I don't know if I'm gonna survive that. Let's get some meats, and I need to go back to my little hovel.